And just like that, it ended. And so, episode 12 of season 3, spoilers up ahead. If you have not watched it yet, you have been warned. Okay, we're going to spoil the bejesus out of this. Okay? Not that they have spoiled us, because like after 3 seasons of this, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to miss the girls. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what I think has been the issue. Because a lot of people have been hate watching this show. A lot of people just did not want to watch the show at all. They just watched the first episode of season 1 or the first 2 episodes and they just hated it so much they just didn't even want to watch it. There's a few people who liked it and are going to miss it. But here's what I think we can all agree upon. I'm not talking if you like or don't like the actual actresses and writers behind the show, but like the characters. I think we can all agree that we're going to miss the characters. I know I will. I'm going to miss the characters. I'm not going to miss the writers. You see what I mean? Like, I think they did the characters dirty more than once. Talk about dirty. This episode, oh boy. This is the series finale. Boy, was it dirty. And by dirty, I don't mean Sex and the City type of dirty. No, by dirty, I mean literally full of shit. God, I don't even, let me blend in the picture. So this is the poster, this is their, the promo poster for Summer in the City and Just Like That season 3. Interesting how it was like Sex and the City, but then it became And Just Like That. And now it's like Summer in the City. I know it's not Summer and the City, but it's kind of, look, they're already here for season 3. They tried to make it come closer to the Sex and the City title again. They did not kind of push the And Just Like That concept that much. Interesting. So we have seen the teaser trailer for episode 12 after episode 11, and they called it, like literally HBO was promoting this as the season finale, not the series finale. So we've all seen this, yeah, like we've all kind of understood that maybe, just maybe, what Michael Patrick King and Sarah Jessica Parker were telling us on social media, like that they planned the end of this show. They knew it was going to end. We don't believe it. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion, okay? So, it is my opinion that Michael Patrick King lied to us. I don't believe for a minute, in my opinion only, that this show was planned by Michael Patrick King and Sarah Jessica Parker to end on this note and this episode 12 of season 3. I'm sorry, but like this is what we've been watching for 3 seasons for. Like we've been going through this storyline for 3 seasons for this. I have defended this show. I have given it all I could. Y'all, writers, whoever you are out there, okay? But I cannot defend I cannot defend the last episode by all means. Like it, where to begin? Okay, so it's just so sad. I feel like the writers really hate these women. And some of these writers are also like women in their 50s and 60s. Not, we're not just talking about potentially misogynistic men writing women. No, we're talking also female writers. But I'm like, but why would you do this? So Carrie is alone. And this is part 2 of a 2-part finale, right? In episode 11, Miranda is preparing Thanksgiving dinner for her friends. Everybody cancels on her, basically. That's the shtick. Okay, so in part 2 of this sad finale, finally Thanksgiving arrives and everybody is gonna not go to Miranda's for Thanksgiving, except Carrie is. She picks up the pies that we've seen her pre-order in episode 11. She goes to the lady to pick up the pies, the lady that's from Only Murders in the Building. a show that I actually do like, that does play New York as well. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay. So she's picking up the pies, dressed in her tulle, in her best tulle, in her Sunday tulle. Well, Thursday tulle, because it's Thanksgiving. And it's all kind of a magenta, fuchsia color with like sequins on top and the tulle. So the writers were telling later, yeah, we wanted to give her the goodbye dress that she's going to wear throughout the entire episode, but we don't want people to get bored of the dress, and we wanted it to reference the tulle tutu skirt that Patricia Field got her to wear for the opening sequence of Sex and the City. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's not enough to give me a nostalgic adieu, goodbye. Got my girl. Cute dress, very Carrie, but like, okay. Like, I did not sit and watch 3 seasons for this. So Harry finally, his dinky starts functioning again. So I'm like, TMI, but whatever. It is Sex and the City after all, somehow. So he gets a boner, and so Charlotte and Harry are zipping it and zooing it. Lucy, Lacey, who's happy for them. One of their kids or both of their kids are like, oh yay, mom and dad are having sexual intercourse again. I'm like, oh boy, okay. So there's that. Charlotte, okay, so Carrie found in her neighborhood, on her block or somewhere near her block, a new restaurant opened up, and she wanted to come in, Asian food, to test it out. Oh, was it Lily? And she goes to the restaurant and they seat her, and she's like, okay, so you're a party of 2, 3? She's like, no, party of 1, just me. And I'm like, even to the staff at the restaurant, she can't talk normally. They could not write her a normal script. She only talks in puns. Carrie only talks in, yeah, just me, the solitary girl. And they're like, okay, please, just stop. Stop making everything a joke. Stop being so uncomfortable in your own skin. Because usually, I can tell you from personal experience, let's keep it mighty real here. When I am very uncomfortable, I start kind of saying jokes about myself. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that's not what you do. That's what I do. So I'm like, is she always uncomfortable? Huh. So anyway, so she sits at the table. She doesn't know what to order. The waiter comes and says, what would you like? He doesn't really care. He's just like, girl, just tell me what you want. And she's like, I don't know what I want. I don't know. This is the first time I'm here. I don't know what I want. And he's like, okay. And she's like, so you tell me what you like. He's like, this, and this. She's like, okay, I will order that then. It's like, what the hell? So he goes away. The other waitress lady comes with a huge plushie animal and puts the plushie in front of her. And Carrie's like, what is that? At this point, the acting, she's like a mime. You know what I mean? What is that? And the waitress is like, well, this is a plushie for people like you who are going to live and die alone. So you don't have to eat alone, at least. You're going to eat with this plushie. She's like, oh my God. Wow. I am shocked. So she eats all alone. And then the next scene, we have her walking with Charlotte down the street. And she's like, they gave me the animal to eat with. I'm like, okay, girl. And so here comes the gist of this entire 3 seasons that we went through. And the gist is Carrie talking to Charlotte with tears in her eyes, saying, all of this for what? For what was all of this? And I'm like, girl, if you don't know it, I'm sitting here after 3 seasons thinking the same. And then she's like, yeah, after Big, I thought, okay, I'm alone now. But like, I thought, well, maybe, but then maybe Aiden. But then now Aiden didn't work out either. And then with Duncan, but then Duncan left. And now what? What if I am destined to be alone? And I let it slip last week. I wanted to say spinster, but then I said sphincter instead. And it was my bad. But anyway, that happens sometimes when you shoot a lot of videos and then you just slip. I have a little slip, Freud would have a field day with that. So she's like, I don't want to be the spinster one day, but what if I am destined to be alone? And then, of course, Charlotte's like, no, not now. Harry just got a boner. Life is good, girl. Life is good. Let me hook you up with somebody. And so, little do we know, she tries to hook up Carrie at Miranda's dinner with that gallerist dude. I have his name here somewhere on the list. Oh, yeah, Victor Garber as a gallerist, Mark Kasabian. Okay, we'll go. Mark Kasabian apparently is the only person except for Carrie who has time to come to Miranda's Thanksgiving dinner. Or lunch, because it's like full-blown daytime still. By the way, this episode takes place during the daytime, and it's a long couple of things that happen, and it's never night, except by the end of the episode it is. No, actually, no, it's not. Anyway, so I'm thinking to myself, more than Thanksgiving dinner, it's more like a Thanksgiving breakfast brunch at Miranda's. Because after the whole shenanigans happen, and we're going to talk about what happens at Miranda's Thanksgiving event, after all that is over, it's still daytime. Carrie is like going back home, walks into her house. It's still daytime. So I'm like, when did she go? Because when she goes that morning to pick up all the pies, because she's like playing delivery service, Carrie delivers a pie to Anthony, who is having his, sexcapade with his soon-to-be husband at home. Carrie delivers them a pie. Then she goes to Charlotte to deliver her the Thanksgiving pie. And, then she finds out that they're having sex. And then she goes to whoever else she has to go to deliver the pies. And then she delivers the most amount of pies to Miranda's. Oh, yeah, she also delivers a pie to Seema. And does she deliver a pie? Oh, yeah, she also delivers a pie to LTW. So, yeah, it does feel like, and just like that's last day and last episode lasted like 72 hours instead of 24 hours. And also don't forget, it's Thanksgiving. That's November in New York. Days are short. By the time Thanksgiving arrives, days are short. It's like nighttime at 4 p.m. Okay. So like, how could she come home and it's still daytime after she delivered all the pies, after she had food at Miranda's, after she cleaned up with, well, she didn't really clean up. We're going to get to that. So Charlotte has to rush, she has to do the thing with Harry, but because Harry finally got a boner. But still she has the time to rush over to Miranda's while Carrie is already there with Mr. Kasabian. And she just needed to deliver something and rush back home again. And Carrie says, "How dare you do this to me? This guy is here and you set me up. You wanted me to go on a date with him because you don't want me to be a lonely spinster one day." And then Charlotte has the audacity to say, "Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. I forgot that I invited him. I should have uninvited him." I'm like, girl. So the only person coming here is Kasabian. So that's a loserville situation. Why are we wasting time? And here I am thinking, hold on a minute. This is the last freaking episode of this show. Why are we wasting time on Mark Kasabian? Who did, like, for comedic relief? Because Carrie doesn't want to be with him? Why are we wasting time with this? We already established at the beginning of the episode when she had her heartfelt moment with Charlotte and she said, look, Big kicked the bucket, and then I thought Aiden, but then it didn't work out, and then Duncan didn't work out. Am I going to be alone? The sadness. Whoa. Okay, done. Why do we have to push Kasabian and add another 10 minutes of sorrow to our watching in the last episode? And that's not even the worst part. Okay. Miranda says, Joy's going to come by, but then Joy cancels because Joy's dog is having an issue. Miranda says, I don't know if I believe Joy because last time I saw Joy and Brady, we had a huge fight and Joy maybe doesn't want to have this sort of family tension around her. So maybe she's using her dogs as an excuse to not come today because she knows that I invited Mia. Mia is the girl who Brady knocked up. By the way, guess what? Mia, who was cast as Brady's occasional lover and baby mama, she, do I have her here on the list? No, because she's not a regular. She is the daughter of what's his name? Like, she's a Nepo baby. The actress, she's Ben Stiller's daughter. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Ben Stiller's daughter. So, Ben Stiller. They cast his daughter. If they cast Ben Stiller's daughter for the show, you know they wanted to expand her role in season 4. I'm sorry. For me, this is just more proof that they were not at all aware that HBO was going to cancel the show after season 3. Otherwise, you don't cast such a prominent personality that comes from a prominent family just to then, dump her and ditch her without giving her any opportunity to build out her character. You just don't. You just don't. Here's the thing. She accepts the invitation to come to Miranda's Thanksgiving luncheon. Very, very Gilded Age. Will you be coming to the luncheon? So she comes to the luncheon bringing friends. One friend is called Epcot. And I'm like, how to beat a joke to death. Once is okay. Twice, 3 times, but 4 times? So the Epcot character, every time that she's because somebody at one point, Carrie said Epcot is he. I thought Epcot was a she, but hey, what do I know? Mia already says that her baby is going to be a they. So I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I just know that this person with curly hair and glasses is called Epcot. And every time that this person says their name is Epcot, everybody asks, like Disney? Epcot? And I say, yeah, my parents were big Disney fans. And this running gag repeats itself at least 4 times in the show. Why? Why are we introducing a brand new character just for comedic relief in an episode that lasts 24 minutes? The final, might I add, episode of the show? Why 4 times? Why do we have to do this 4 times? Like, give me substance. And the other friend was a queen that was very rude to everyone in the apartment. Like, the second that Mia arrived with her 2 friends, Epcot and the other person, she was very rude to Brady. He spent a lot of time to cook the Thanksgiving luncheon. You could see how he put a lot of effort into it, and she starts beefing with him about like how she only, at the moment she's pregnant and she only eats like seaweed or I don't know what. And he's like, you could have told me. She's like, I don't care. She's like, I didn't tell you what to cook, what not to cook. I was invited by Miranda. I'm glad to be here, but you don't need to cook for me. I never asked you to cook for me. So rude. So he goes out to look for extra seaweed and stuff for her. We don't see him do that, but a couple of scenes later, he makes it clear to her that he actually went to look for extra food just for her, while then she decided to eat something else after all. And he's like, I went out to look for this extra food just for you. She's like, I never asked you to. So rude. While the whole time, the queen that's now dancing in the living room is being a total bitch to everybody. Carrie and Mark mess up the turkey because she obviously never cooked in her life. And we have seen her try to cook with Big. Never worked out. Although I do wonder, is this why Sarika Jessica Parkareka posted to her Instagram account right around the time of the last episode where she messed up the turkey? Did you guys notice what she posted, the reel that she posted on Instagram? She's cooking. Yeah, Sarika Jessica Parkareka was cooking on her Instagram, and she said, and she was just like filming the food on the counter. She was doing something chives. There was chives and some balsamico oil, something very healthy. She wanted to look very healthy. And then she said something to the effect, does this ever happen to you, in her Carrie voice, does this ever happen to you when you just don't know? When you don't follow a recipe, you just follow your intuition and you just chop everything up together and you don't remember anymore what are all the ingredients you put in and how much of everything you put in, and you don't remember if you're ever going to be able to redo it again, but it's so good. The sauce is so good. I'm like, okay, is that to like counter the fact that you messed up the turkey? So Brady says, oh no, you messed up the turkey. Oh, she was doing gazpacho? Cha. She's like, oh, you messed up the turkey. She's like, but it looked so good on the outside. He's like, well, if you want to wait another 2 to 2.5 hours for the turkey to get finished, then wait. Otherwise, we don't have a turkey. Oh my God, what are we going to eat? So they eat the pies that Carrie brought. There's a huge situation with Mia and Brady. You can feel the tension. They're not happy with each other. Miranda has to leave Carrie on her own with these crazy people because Joy's dog is having an issue. Miranda thinks that Joy's lying about the dog to avoid encountering the stressful situation of meeting Mia, having Mia, Miranda, and Brady in the same room together while Mia is pregnant. Like, I get it. But turns out Joy was not lying. Miranda then says to Carrie, oh my God, Carrie, turns out Joy was not lying. Her dog is really in trouble because it swallowed something. I don't know, a Lego block or something. I gotta rush off to the vet. I have to be with Joy right now. I really have to be with Joy and her dog. I'm like, and I'm saying to myself, okay, writers of And Just Like That, Season 3, Episode 12, you are aware of the fact that this is the final episode of the series. Now Miranda is leaving her own party. And now everybody's gone. Now, like, Carrie is alone with Brady, the crazy bunch. The Brady crazy bunch. See what I did there? And this Mark Kasabian person, the gallerist, Charlotte's gallerist. And I'm like, okay, so we're not even going to get a moment with Carrie and Miranda anymore because now Miranda left. So Miranda is now at the vet, meeting Joy. Joy's crying and the dog, oh, the dog is going to die. The dog is going to... Then the vet comes out and says, the dog is not going to die. And everybody happy. And Miranda and Joy hug it out and they're like, I love you, I love you. They don't really say it, but it's more like, yeah, we bonded over dogs and pregnant kids. And so Joy... Well, okay, so Joy and Miranda are now hugging it out, diddling the Skittles somewhere else, while Carrie, dinner, the luncheon is over, okay? Mia and company leave. I don't know where Brady is at this point. Carrie is there with Kasabi. Oh, wait, no, is she talking to Brady? Or did... Charlotte come in at a certain... I think Charlotte comes in at a certain point. Yes. Mark Kasabian has to go to the bathroom. And you might think, okay, everybody has to go to the bathroom sooner or later. Yeah, no, but they made this bathroom visit the focal point of the series finale of And Just Like That. He goes to the bathroom, uses the bathroom to pee, flushes, and it's a bathroom in America, in New York. Toilet in New York. Well, turns out it's clogged. And not only does his pee not go away, but the toilet starts overflowing. And for the love of me, if this is the final episode of the series, why, oh why, did the director, Michael Patrick King, why did he tell the camera people, yeah, focus on the toilet. Let's make this a moment after we've been showing people food and tasteful pies, and now I'm going to show you shit. I'm not kidding. The camera is focused on the toilet bowl starts overflowing, and turds start coming out of the toilet. And we are watching, I kid you not, the series finale of And Just Like That. We are watching several minutes of turds coming out of the toilet. Mark Kasabian is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He rushes out of the toilet. Carrie is talking to Charlotte saying, he's going to want to take me home. I don't want to see him. I don't want to have anything to do with him. He comes out of the toilet and says, I have to go. By the way, I didn't do a, you know what I mean? I didn't take a dump in the toilet. I just had to pee. But what is going on there is disgusting. I have to go. So he doesn't ask Carrie to take her home. I'm like, okay, so we brought Mark Kasabian into this final episode of the series for what? For what did we bring him in? For, again, comedic relief like Epcot? Why? Charlotte is gone. He's gone. I don't know if Miranda was talking to her, Charlotte. Anyway, Miranda comes back home with Joy. Charlotte has left. Miranda comes back with Joy, and Carrie says, so there's a problem in the toilet. Miranda rushes into the bathroom. She's like, oh no, did it overflow? And she starts cleaning the shit off the... And again, the camera is filming her cleaning the shit. Yeah, sure. Let's waste another couple of minutes of camera filming turds in Miranda's bathroom. What a wonderful way to end the show. So then Joy comes in and they find that very heartwarming. And so Miranda is on her knees cleaning shit in the bathroom. Joy comes in and says, our lives. Oh, look at us. Me with a crazy dog and swallowing Legos and you cleaning turds. And then they hug on the shitty toilet floor. While this poetic moment is happening, Carrie thinks, oh, they're bonding. They're bonding over turds in the bathroom. Let them be. Let me leave without even saying goodbye. Let me pull one of mine. Let me leave and close the door and let me leave them alone to hug it out on a shitty bathroom floor. So Carrie leaves. She goes back to her home. It's still daytime, okay? I remind you, it's the end of November in New York. It's still daytime, though. It's full-blown daytime. She arrives at her house, and she's about to take her shoes off because she still is kind of, indoctrinated that Duncan is living underneath her. She doesn't want to make too much noise. But then she stops, hesitates, and remembers, oh wait, there's nobody underneath her. So she doesn't take her shoes off this time. She leaves her shoes on with her tulle tutu dress and the sequined outfit. Seema, by the way, we've never seen Seema's lover's sister. She mentioned this is going to be a big thing, meeting the sister and the family in episode 11 and episode 12. That doesn't happen. LTW has a moment in this episode where she's hugging her editor and then says to him, no, we are not going to start an affair. This is going to remain only professional. He's like, okay, I can do that. Then she goes back home and tells her husband, she kind of repeats her vows with him again. Like he's all depressed because he lost the election. And she's like, till death do us part, He's in bed, like whatever. And then he says, yeah, no, this is a phase I'm in. I'll get through it. And then Lisa says, we'll get through it. And that's the end of their story. Seema and the guy are together having fun. That's the end of their story. Carrie delivered everyone a pie, a goodbye pie. That's the end of that story. And now we're alone with Carrie at home. She now turns on the karaoke machine. Stupid song. She chooses a song. The song starts playing in the after show conversation that Michael Patrick King had with the writers. They were saying yeah, that was a really important song to choose for us. I'm like, okay, girl. Bah. So now she's all alone in the house and she's like, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling my vibes. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm like, okay, you feel it, girl. You feel it. She feeling being alone. Okay. And then she starts dancing to that song, which people pointed out was also the song used in a very important moment of Ally McBeal. So now they're claiming that they're copying Ally McBeal. I mean, the drama never ends. And so she's walking through this empty house. Slowly the sun is setting, but it's still daytime. And then they made a big deal out of Michael Patrick King said, and then we have this really poetic moment when Carrie, at the end of the episode, passes by an antique mirror. And we see a reflection of Carrie in the antique mirror, as if she were the reflection and the projection of the woman from the antique time of the book that she was writing. I'm like, the Gilded Age? We're going to go there again? They went there again. So we hear Carrie, changing her epilogue of the book. We see kind of her epilogue where her publisher told her, hey, you got to have a happy ending for your book. Can you change that ending? The woman is all alone. So she wrote another epilogue saying the woman is waiting for her brother-in-law or somebody to arrive with other men and she had hope for the future. Now she deletes the epilogue and starts typing her finale sentence, which closes the entire show. And the sentence is cool. I gotta hand it to them. The writers, they did that one good. That one I found, it had profoundness to it. It just wasn't enough to cover up all the shit that we just saw in Miranda's toilet for 20 minutes straight. But so they said, so she says about the woman in the epilogue, but also meaning herself, right? Because the whole episode she was wondering if she's going to end up alone or not alone. And so she says something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing here. She's like, and the woman was not all alone. She was on her own. And I get it. It's very empowering and it's a strong and powerful statement, to claim to the world, I'm not alone. I am not alone. I am on my own. Yeah, it's a beautiful way to finish it. She walks around the corner we saw her walk down the corridor in her house, passing by the mirror. She walks around, enters a room. The camera is no longer following her. We lose Carrie. And that was a sad moment, I gotta say. It was she just walks around the corner into the other room, and usually in the show, that's when we would cut, and we would see what's happening in the other room. There's no cut this time. She literally walked away from the camera. The camera can no longer follow her. We have no clue what's happening to her anymore. We have no clue what's happening to any of the characters anymore. And for the first time ever, and this is really sad, they gave us Sex and the City. They did. Because this is the first time that And Just Like That ended with the Sex and the City song playing with the final credits. Kind of heartbreaking. I'm like, boy, 3 seasons. Now you give us the Sex and the City song in this final episode? Man, rookies. Because I was thinking to myself, this is not how you do it. This is not how you do it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. You wanted to, what? What did you want? What did you want? The fans have been begging you to bring back Sex and the City for 3 seasons, and you've been not doing it. And now, just to rub it in, you give us the Sex and the City music outro for the final episode. Now you give us the Sex and the City music outro. It's like a slap in the face. It's like telling us viewers, you're never going to get it again. Ha ha. My girl, not cool. Not cool at all. I mean, look, good luck to Serica Jessica Parkarica, shopping around the show, and hopefully, she gets some other station to do it, some other streaming network to do it. I don't even know if she has the rights to do it, but if she does, hey. But Serica, if you do make it to another platform, please, for the love of God, do not do the same writers. You gotta change the writers, girl. And beg Kim Cattrall for forgiveness. We need Samantha back. So, yeah, that's the end, you guys. A lot of turds in this episode. Yeah, she looked cute in her tutu. It wasn't a tutu dress. It was a long tulle dress. She looked cute in it, Charlotte was nice, emotional in the episode. Miranda was okay. Miranda was being ditzy like all, Miranda was being Miranda. It did not feel like a series finale. Even though they tried to make that epilogue sentence sound like the end, okay, she was not all alone. She was on her own. Yeah, worthy ending to a show, but I'm like, so think about it, you guys. I mean, it started off with season 1 with Big kicking the bucket, And then she's all alone and on her own. Okay, so it took her 3 seasons to realize she wasn't all alone. It took her 3 seasons to realize she's on her own. But the moment she realizes that is right after Turds start swimming up in Miranda's bathroom. Could you not have come up with a better closure than Turds? And you had to film them? And you guys, it's not just one. It's several. They kept coming out. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. I mean, it was like done on purpose. It's like not just one little turd. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. They were like popping out. And oh my God, and I'm thinking to myself, the prop department. Somebody had to make these little turdlets to put them in the water. Somebody had to, you know what I mean? They had to think this through. Somebody had to actually be there to regulate the water. They had to fill up the bowl. Somebody had to let the turds go. Like they had to choreograph the turds. You can't make this shit up. Like they had to time the turds. Like somebody actually spent hours working on timing the turds, building the turds, giving them different shapes. Oh my God. It's like they spent more time on the turd shapes than they did on their costumes. Like, what is going on? I'm going to miss the show. Anyway, what are we going to do now? What are we going to review now? I don't know. Debbie says, I hope that the people who had to coordinate the turds were duly credited. Period. Martin says, it makes 0 sense. If anything, the cheese would have given Epcot the runs. Sarah S. choreographed turds. Groundbreaking. Yeah. Oh, Akula says, why is Dacob talking about these turds as I eat soup right now? Honey, I'm drinking coffee that is also brown colored, so we'll go. Life is a doozy. Look, you guys, at the end of the day, I was thinking to myself, as that final theme song was playing, I'm like, you know what? It actually all makes sense. This is so 2025. You know what I mean? The finale, this subverted expectations, this like promising me stuff but then lying about it, not delivering the promise, telling me this is going to be great. And then it's, I'm like, yeah, why are we shocked? This is perfectly on brand for 2025. The ending of this show. And just like that, suddenly, it all made sense. Cue in the final credits, and that's the end. So since And Just Like That seemingly is not going to receive any awards, cometh next awards ceremony season, I'ma give And Just Like That, particularly episode 12, season 3, an award. Here's to you, And Just Like That. This is the world's biggest turd award, and maybe we should have put like Miranda's photo or something here to get the little, where's the turd? Oh, it got hit me in the eye or something like that. To the show. And just like that, I think this really comes, it's the best award you could give them for episode 12 for the whole situation in the bathroom with the turdlets. And Serica Jessica Parker-Rica, would you like to come up here to accept the award? What? No, you don't want to come accept the award? You're too busy reading a book? You never watched the show? You don't know what show? It's the show you were in the show. You were Carrie in the show. What do you mean you never watched the show? You don't know? I see. Well then, it's for whoever wants to accept the award for And Just Like That. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed my little recaps of the show these past 3 seasons. If you did have fun, subscribe, thumb up this video. We might just review other shows as well if you want. We could talk about The Gilded Age, or Wednesday, or Stephen King's The Institute, or I don't know, other stuff. Let me know. Let me know down below. Love you loads, guys. Thumb up the video and subscribe. And never give up on Sex and the City love. Bye.